Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this brief video in which I am going to describe the differences between Songwriters Companion 3.0, the newest version of Songwriters Companion, and its previous version, Songwriters Companion 2.0. This is not going to be a full in-depth tutorial about how to use the application. I'm only going to discuss what's new in Songwriters Companion 3.0. The first thing you might notice if you're already a user of Songwriters Companion is that it has a new icon. If you go to the store and get your update, just make note that there's a new icon, so when you look in your dock you'll see this new icon rather than the previous one. The major new feature in Songwriters Companion is chords. So let's just jump right into that. Here I have several demo songs for the purposes of this video. And if I go into one of these songs, let's just take this first one. Well, maybe not that one. How about that one? We have a fake song here in which I've already written the lyric, and now I want to add chords to it. So when I'm in the lyric tab, and only when I'm in the lyric tab, I have a chord icon here up in the toolbar. If I'm on any of the other tabs, that icon is grayed out. As you can see, it's grayed out. So if I go to lyrics, select the lyric that I want to edit, and click the chord icon, what happens is a palette appears. It's slid down there from the top. A palette that shows me a pop-up of keys available, and next to that are the chords that are available in that key. So if I've decided that I want to sing this song in the key of G, I'll select that key and I'll start dragging and dropping the chords into the locations where the chord changes occur in the song. And I'm of course just grabbing these quickly and without any real meaning here, just as a purpose of the demo. You can drag and drop these anywhere in the lyric, in front of the word, and each chord has a space, a trailing space. So keep that in mind when you're dropping them. You can drop them right in front of a word, and you get the space in there. And after you've done this for a while, you might say, well, that's good. I'm done. I'm satisfied that the chords are all in the right place. And you could print this out just like it is and hand it to your bandmates or whatever when you're going to learn the song. But some people like to have their chords appear above the lyric. Some people call that the Chord Pro view. If you want that, that's supported in this app, and the way to see the chords above the lyric is after you've dropped them in line, just as I've done now. You can come up here and click the view button. You can see the tag there. It says switch to view chords above the lyrics. So I'm going to click that button, and the app switches to a new view where it has rendered the chords above the text. And I'll just click it again. In this view, you can't edit. This is, if I click the keys on the keyboard, nothing happens, because this is a view in which you don't edit. You're simply viewing the chords above the text. If you want to make changes to the chords or to the lyric text, you go back and you click the edit button, and we slide back into the view that's editable. And we can start adding chords again or removing them, and then go back and view chords again above the lyric. That's the major feature in 3.0. There's a couple of other things that I'll go over now. In addition to chords, some improvements have been made to export. In Songwriters Companion 2.0, there was a menu item here called export selected lyric. That's now been changed to export selected song, because now in addition to exporting the lyric of whatever you've got selected, It will now export the lyric. It'll export all of the associated audio and all of the associated notes that go along with that selected item. This is a good thing to know, and something that you should probably just do on a routine basis, because it's a good way to back up the data that's in your database, all of your songs. It's also a good way to share your songs with other people. You can just do an export of whatever particular song you have and send all of those files to a friend in an email or any way that you want to share them. So as an example, I'm going to select, well, I'll just do a select all. And then I'm going to come back up here, do an export. I'll navigate to the location that I want to save all of those items as an export. I'll just pick the desktop for ease. So I'll click the export button, and a moment later it says the export process has ended. Click the Show in Finder button to reveal the export folder in the Finder. So I put it on the desktop, and you can see that it's up here in the corner. Just for fun, I'll click that Show in Finder button, and now it's showing me what it did. You can see that the folder up here is entitled Songwriter's Companion Export, and then it attached the date to that title. And inside that folder are folders that represent all of the songs that were exported. I'll put that in a list mode so that you can see it a little better. And if you expand any of these, you'll notice that the lyric was exported and folders are created that contain the audio that was associated with that song, and another folder for the notes that are associated with that song. And that's true of every single one of these. Some of them have notes and audio, and some don't. So I'll just prove that worked by,
this is a test 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3,
playing that audio. Okay, so again, that export function, I highly recommend using that to share, as a way of sharing your data, and it's a good way of backing up your data as well. Export that and put it on a thumb drive or external drive or in a Dropbox on the internet somewhere, and you'll never lose your work. Another improvement to the app was the ability to drag and drop items. The previous version, 2.0, did support, although it wasn't very well documented, it did support the ability to drag and drop MP3 and audio files into the audio list. In fact, I'll just demonstrate. You can drag out here, and there's the file. I'll play it.
This is a test 1 2 3, testing.
So that, as you can see, you can drag and drop. The improvements to this feature were to support air checking. So if you were to drag, say, we already have an item out here now called testing. If you drag an item it's called testing out there, it's going to give you an error. That can't be done because there's already an item there, so by that name. So that just means that you should either rename the item that's in the Finder that's conflicting, or change the name here before you drag it out, so that you don't encounter a conflict. The other drag and drop feature is to the song list itself, as far as being able to drag and drop lyrics into this list. In the previous version, 2.0, the only way you could import files, your lyrics from other files, such as RTF files, doc files, and text files, was to use the Import New Song Lyric menu item, in which you select that, and then you navigate to find files that you want to import. The improvement is that you can now go to the Finder, find the file that you want to include, and drag it over into this list, and it's added automatically or quickly. So drag and drop is one of the other improvements to Songwriter Companion 3.0. We also have a new little tool in the tool menu called the Guitar Reference Tuner. This is a real simple guitar tuner. It doesn't listen to you playing the guitar and help you find the sweet spot on tuning. All it is basically a pitch pipe. So you come along here and click the string that you want to hear and tune to that to get your guitar tuned quickly. Very simple. And the other item, let's see, something very simple that was requested. This is the ability to not have to click the button to play it. Hit the space bar.
1, 2, 3.
And it'll play whatever selected audio you have. Just a minor little thing. Let's see. I mentioned that the app has a new icon. Also, I want to talk about the database where your songs are stored. If we go into your music folder, let's see, I have a shortcut here. Recent folders, music. This is where Songwriter's Companion stores its database. You have a music folder. I'll show you the path. In the users folder, there'll be your home folder and the music folder. In version 2.0, Songwriter's Companion put a database right in this level. Songwriter's Companion 3.0 now, at the request of Apple, puts the database, which happens to be called Songwriter's Companion db.sc database. It puts that in a folder called Songwriter's Companion inside the music folder. This is just requested by Apple. They don't want developers putting databases directly into the music folder. They want them tucked away inside of a folder that matches the name of the application that created them. So that's important for you. You should know this. This is another issue that has to do with backing files up. Since this file is where all of your data is stored, you should make sure that your backup program, such as Time Machine or whatever backup solution you use, is backing up that file on a regular basis. In case you ever have a hard disk crash or whatnot, you want to be able to say that you have a copy of your database saved somewhere. So that's the new location. By the way, that's a new icon as well on the database. Worth noting. That's the database icon. That is probably about it, highlighting the major differences between Songwriter's Companion 2.0 and 3.0. Chords being the primary new feature. So you can get Songwriter's Companion, the update, or just buy it today on the Mac App Store. If you're seeing this video, it means that the app is on the store and it's available. If you have any comments, I'm very interested in hearing them. You can go to the About box and you'll see an email address in the About box for emailing me any questions or comments that you have about the app. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching the video and good luck in your songwriting.